Welcome back to Angler Carl on a very windy day here at Ravenfield Ponds. We are going to review this ground bait that has won 3 Fishermania finals. I just love how they've put this in like sort of white font and that just to make it stand out. Now, if this has won 3 Fishermania finals, technically it should be brilliant. Is this just a way to get you to buy the product? It probably is. But as you know, people, that's why I'm here, to review things like this for you so you can make a choice on whether you want to purchase it or not. And just before I do get started with this review, I just want to say, if you are enjoying the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's free of charge. It doesn't cost. Just pause this video, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on a laptop, computer, what have you, click the little subscribe logo somewhere in the bottom corner and get yourself subscribed to the channel, because I've got some awesome videos coming up and you won't want to miss them. And also, let's see if it's as good as Sonia Baits, better, or it might be even worse. Let's check it out. And it smells very fish meal. It does have a good smell to it, to be fair. I'll be honest, it's one of the better smelling ground baits, and hopefully the carp will think the same as me. So that is what we're left with, a very nice mixed ground bait. So I will be putting this in the method feeder. I like to mix it a bit drier because I find when ground bait is a bit more damp, it just doesn't bind right on the method feeder. It's kind of like for me with micros, I much prefer to let them dry out a lot, and I just find you get that better hold on the method feeder. So this is all mixed up now. What we're going to do, we're going to get casted out and we're going to see just how good this ground bait is. Okay, so I'm hoping, no pressure, but I'm hoping I've mixed this to a point where it's going to bind really well. And there we go, everybody. That's why I love to mix my ground bait that bit drier, because I find on the method it just sticks like anything. We're in, everyone. That were a nice bite. That took a bit longer, and one thing I thought while we're playing this, which hopefully is a carp, one thing I did think, to be fair, while I was waiting for a bite to come, that bite come within 5 minutes 10 seconds. I did actually mess my second cast up. I accidentally pulled the hook length out, so what I thought I'd do is just use that to sort of bait up a bit. It looks a nice carp, this too. Looks a very nice carp. Lovely mirror. If we can get him in the net. He's in. Right, everybody, so I'm not joking, the carp in here are beautiful. I'm hoping he's going to play ball, but as you can see, a beautiful mirror carp. Look at that, really nice. Big mouth on him. Try and get him a bit closer. Nice carp. I find with ground bait, you've really got to sort of build the swim up with it. It takes time, you know. You've got to cast it a bit more, you know, to get the fish to home in on it. Do I think this Ringer's ground bait is any better than any other ground bait I've tested? Not really, you know, which is, you know, you people probably guessed that. But is it a good product? It's working good so far. I'm going to have some more casts. I'm going to see if we can nick another carp. So we're in again. That one took 4 minutes and 55 seconds. I think we're in. I don't know if we're in a snag. I think we've literally, are we in a snag? Either that or this is a skimmer. I think this is a skimmer. It feels like a fish, but it's definitely a skimmer. Yeah. I do love the bream though. Or is it a bream? I think it's a bream, because you always get that weird sort of like, it bends round and then drops back, but it's another fish, lo and behold. And obviously skimmers do enjoy a bit of ground bait. They are partial to a bit, but that is nevertheless another fish, everyone. There you go, a nice bream, everyone. Like I said, very nice fish, bit stinky. So what I thought I'd do while we were waiting for the rod tip to go round, I just rolled up some ground bait about a golf ball size, and I've chucked it right in the edge there. And what I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to get that feeder right on that spot and just see if we can get a quick bite on this stuff. That bite came 4 minutes and 55. So if we do wait more than 4 minutes, we'll get about 5-6 minutes. And if no happens, then clearly they just don't like it. But the more I'm using this ground bait, the more I'm thinking, and lo and behold, you probably guess the same, it's just the same as any other ground bait. Don't matter whether it's one free Fishermanias or what have you. I just feel like sometimes they shouldn't put stuff like that on the packaging, because let's say someone who really wants to catch fish or what have you, they get suckered into them buying that product, and yeah, it kind of ups their sales, but that's the whole point of it. And I think, really, that's about the bestest thing about this ground bait, the fact that they're probably making an absolute killing when really it's just the same as any other ground bait. So let's get fishing this short line. Let's see if we can nick a quick bite, and hopefully we'll get a carp, not one of them feisty breams that fire snot everywhere. So I just thought I'd put some in the edge as well, just to see what it looks like underwater, and it is really bright, as you can see by this bit here. So it does show up nice and light, kind of like Super Crush. But yeah, if you were wondering what it looks like under the water, there's your answer. Okay, so we had a big liner on that short line, but no was on the end of the hook. So yeah, I've gauged enough out here today to make a verdict on this stuff. Let's say someone new has got into it, let's say a younger person's got into it, you know, and people do fall for these marketing strategies. A lot of people fall for that, you know. I used to fall for stuff way back when I started, because all we want to do is have that magical thing that catches us more fish. And even, you know, maybe some older people getting into fishing, they're going to see this, they're going to think, you know, it's one free Fishermanias, it literally says Ringer's bag up carp mix and bream. You know, they're going to look at it and think, oh yeah, that looks nice. You know, you see that on the shelf compared to other ground baits, and you're going to think, that looks good, I'll go with that one, I'll buy that one. And the price of this as well, I did forget to mention the price. I think it's about £4 something, or £5 something. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. So it's not expensive, you know, it's not a rip-off. If you're buying this because you've read what it said on the ing, you think you're going to bag up more, stop right there, don't bother, you're not. If you want to buy this just because, you know, it is quite cheap, and like I say, Ringer's products generally are priced very well, then that's a different story. Does that mean this is a bad product? No, it does not. I'm not saying this is a bad product at all. I still caught carp and bream on this. It's a good product, but it's not going to perform miracles. Hit the like button as well, because that always helps me out. And post your comments down below. Have you tried this? What do you think of it? Are you with me on this? Or some people don't always agree. Some people might think this is brilliant. Pop it in the comments below. I'll always try my best to reply to every comment. Share this video around, and as I always say, if you're fishing, have a good one.